Yo, what's up? This is Joe from J. Generation Graduate No Peach coming on the state, baby. All right, this is for all you YouTubers. I get to go a little bit longer on Facebook. On Reels, I only get to go 90 seconds. So, here we go. 4 coats of clear laid down, all PPG products, soda, or excuse me, ooh, I just cussed. And the Water Supernova, I got both. I used the Water Supernova HVL, geez Louise, spit it out, Jay. I used a Supernova 1.3 HD WS 400 silver cap. Now, I'm going to order a 1.6 just to see, because I'm normally spraying clear with a 1.2 RP soda at about 38-40 psi. I've been using a Supernova because it just busts up a little bit, but it's slow. It's like dragging a boat anchor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order a 1.6 just to see how that works out. But I am tickled to death on how this turned out. The client's from Utah. I'm here in North Carolina in the Peach Capital. He is ecstatic. So it's got 4 coats of clear on it. The boot did great with the heat. I got the door halfway open right here to pull it in fresh air. This whole door raises up and down, and there's a whole filter bank behind that pulling in fresh air. It's about 60 degrees outside, and it's raining. I do know that the radiant tube heater is working great, but what I have found out is I'm gonna get some 18 gauge 4-foot sheet. I'm gonna cut it in half, then I'm gonna break it 6 inches on both sides and make a little roof line, and I'm gonna drop it down on a chain and hang it down about 18 inches below that. The reason being is because it gets the top too warm. So I went ahead and done everything on the top, and then I worked myself down. Next time, being this is a truck and it's high, next time what I'll probably do is go ahead and clear the top, do it first, tape it up, and do it like that. Yeah, it's a learning curve. Now, if I had $100,000, I'd have bought a $100,000 booth. But built this booth, it works out great. It's 1,000,000 looms of light. I wet the floor when I cleared it. Now, it's a little chunky, but it's okay because it was slow hardener, because that's all they had was slow hardener. So I did slow hardener, regular reducer. This clear mixed 2 to 1 by 10%. I just reduced it by 10%, and it laid out great. Now, a lot of things people's going to say, put 4 coats on it. Why'd you put 4 coats on it, Jay? Because I'm going to cut the sides over the stripe. So I buried the stripes. Now, this is all pinstripe. This is all paint. So here's the thing. You got to put the material on there to cut it, because I'm not a fan of flow coating. So when you're burying stripes, you got to be careful, because if you get too crazy, it's going to run. Now, around keyholes, around door holes, around door edges, stuff like that, running slow hardener and slow hardener, you got a chance for it to teardrop. And up here on the front fender, it did that, and I caught it right there. Now, it started teardropping right there just a little bit, so I stopped. And there's one more spot right here. You can barely see it. It got a little heavy on that edge. So just wait, and then I'll come back and we'll shave that and be fine. So I am very, very, very happy with it. And for anybody says that's not a compressor, my rep's coming next week to plumb up the new compressor, and this was just a holding tank. See, there's no motor on it. No motor on it. We're moving this out back because my main compressor is 275 foot this way, and all this stuff is ditched in. So what would I have done changed different on this booth? I would have, instead of them putting the windows right here where they put the windows at, right here, I would have done my filter banks there, and then I would have done it in the door, and I would have regulated my air a little bit. I have 2 16.5 fans, works phenomenal, works great. Next thing I would have done is I'd have put PEX lines in the floor, and I'd have heated the concrete. My boy Tally, he came to one of my paint classes, which I'm thankful for him and everybody that came, and he asked me what would I have done different on my booth, and I said I'd have put heated floors, and I'd have done that. And he's building his shop, he's building his booth, he's doing the exact same thing. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to learn from each other so the next man can be better and to be better than you are. People that have egos and get chips on their shoulders and don't want to help people because they're afraid somebody's going to make some more money than them, they just got a problem. And I said it, you'll get over it. If not, go home, cry to mama, because that's just the way it is. Look, there's enough of this going around. You can't beat a stick at it. If there was 1,000 of us, there's 10,000 of them. I assure you of that. What you're not going to do is when you lose money, cut people's hair, fix people's car, a doctor and a mechanic, and mow somebody's grass, and do the women's nails, you ain't going to be broke. If you broke, it's because you're lazy. So I am super ecstatic on how this turned out. Go to my Facebook page, check it, like it out, share it, go to look, go back through all the reels and everything, and see the whole process with this truck. Now, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said, don't worry about the man up the road or the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch before you work sweeping off anybody else's. And I just want to know one thing. As cold as it's been, everything's been froze solid for 2 weeks here in North Carolina, in the peach capital. Where in the world did that black gnat, that black mosquito come from? If there's a black mosquito right there, where in the world did he come from? Who knows? But I appreciate every single one of you. It's time to turn the lights out in the booth, and I'm done. And I appreciate every single one of you. Now it's time to clean my mess up. You have a blessed New Year's and a blessed day, and don't worry about nobody up the road or the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch before you sweep it off anybody else's, and help somebody. Help somebody. It don't cost you a dime to be kind to folks. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.